Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a quick video on dynamic support and resistance. First of all, I know I haven't posted many videos in the last couple weeks, but should be a little bit more on track with my content coming up. I know I say that often, but we should have more videos coming out throughout the weekdays. So stay tuned for that. If you like this video, if you like trading related content, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And we'll just get right into today's topic. So I think I may have touched on dynamic support and resistance in the past, but I haven't done a full video on it. So this isn't going to be like a super long video. I'm just basically going to show you how I use it. And it's pretty quick and to the point what we're going over today. So the two dynamic support and resistance really is the reason it's dynamics because it's moving, right? And the reason it's moving is we're using EMAs to plot them. So it's just basically areas on our chart that change over time. And they tend to be a little better, guys, with like pairs that trend really strongly. Today we're looking at the Aussie Canadian dollar, which this is just a random chart I pulled up, but pairs like USD JPY or like the British pound yen, those pairs are going to work really great with this strategy or with the strategy of drawing support and resistance, okay? Because they tend to trend a bit better. Another thing, I like to use the daily time frame. This doesn't work so well on the lower time frame. So if you're like a day trader, you're still going to want to use the daily just to plot these areas that we're looking at. So the two EMAs that I've plotted are the 50 and the 20. So I know most of you know how to plot EMAs, but I am just going to go in and show you really quick where to find it. So just go into your indicators. I have it starred because it's a favorite, but you can just type literally exponential and it's the first thing that comes up. So you're just going to plot it 2 times and then, go to our settings and you can change the length in there. Okay, so make it 50 and 20 and obviously whatever colors you want to use as well. So that's that. So the 50-day we're looking at, and I hope you guys can see, I'm going to try to zoom us in. The 50-day EMA, I have blue, and the 20, I have orange, just so you can use that information going forward. Let me know, guys, that you can see everything fine. If I need to make any adjustments for the next video, I definitely will. I listen to you guys when you give me feedback. So yeah, definitely let me know. I know before some of you had mentioned that it's too far out, you couldn't see. So hopefully I'm zooming in enough now that you can see everything that I'm doing. So the way it essentially works, and again, this is really simple stuff. Our 20-day EMA, and again, that's the orange, in an uptrend, okay? And it has to be a strong uptrend. That's the thing. We have to be trending strongly for this to work. So in a strong uptrend, I should have started with 50, but our 20-day EMA is going to act as a support. So that's what we're looking for. So let's find a nice, an area where price is trending strongly. And here we can kind of see that happening. We have a nice strong trend here and see how eventually this EMA begins acting as a support. So we can see multiple instances where price rejects that level. And you could have caught really nice entry. And of course, when we're looking at support and resistance, we never rely on it. It's just an area we look at to enter a trade, right? So we're never confirming an entry with it. You always want to look at what price is doing. You want to go to the lower time frames. You want to add any other confluence that you like to use. Definitely do that. But these are just areas we can find potential entry. So you can see multiple points here. Price has respected that. Let's try to get another area. And again, you want price to really be trending strongly when you're looking at this. Let me get rid of these. I hate that they don't go away. Okay, and here again. So we can see multiple areas where price respected this level as support. So what you would do is, as price is approaching that area, you're going to look for rejection, look for all the confirmation that you normally use when you enter a trade. Of course, we have some slippage down here, and this is never going to work out perfectly. Of course, we know that, but it is going to give you a lot of really great entry points. So And again, we're looking at the Aussie Canadian dollar. I probably could have picked a better pair because this pair doesn't like to trend as much, but yeah, we'll keep going with this because you guys can still see the point that I'm making here, I'm sure. And so the only difference is when we're trending downward, and of course, then I find a perfect example here that I could have showed you. So when we're trending downward, our 50-day EMA acts as resistance. So we can see that really plainly here, but I had a better example. There we go. So right here, we can see that the 50-day EMA, it's being respected perfectly, right? Again, a little bit of slippage here, but there are multiple areas of entry. Now, sometimes you'll see that it actually respects the 20 as well. But generally speaking, again, when you have like a nice, really strong trend, it's mostly going to respect the 50. Okay, so we can look for entry again. So, and I'll just give you an example of like how I would approach this one here. Okay. So I would wait for price to approach this area. Okay, so approach this line. And as it's doing that, I'm looking for rejection. I'm not going to look for rejection on the daily. I'm going to look for it on the lower time frame. So with my trading style, because lately I'm long-term swing trading, like I hold my trades from anywhere from like 3 days to even a week or longer. I'm using the 4-hour to look for rejection. Now you can use, if you're like a day trader or a short-term swing trader, you can use the 15-minute, you can use the 5-minute. I have lots of videos on how I do that, on how I look for confirmation. But again, I'm going to look for at the 4-hour, and I want to see a nice rejection candle on the 4-hour. So I want to see something that would look like this one, like a nice doji, a really nice long wick, maybe like a hammer, something like that. Or even this guy over here. I want to see a nice long rejection wick. And then, of course, I'm going to look for confirmation. And the confirmation I normally look for is a nice, strong push in the direction that I want to go. So I'm looking for a sell here. I want to see a nice, long-bodied candle. And this is just repetitive because I say this in all my videos, but a nice, long-bodied candle like this. Just imagine that actually looks like a candle. Pushing downward in my intended direction. If I get a bunch of indecision up here, so if we were to see, we can see here for several days, price kind of consolidated, I'm not going to enter that. Okay. I want to see a nice sudden push downward, nice strong momentum. Then I would enter the trade. And that's where I would look to enter. But basically, that's it when we're looking at dynamic support and resistance. That's all you're really looking at. I just hadn't really covered it in depth in a video, so I wanted to break it down super easy, super simple. And I think that's really everything I wanted to say. If you guys have any questions for me about dynamic SNR, about zones, let me know what you want to see. I'm going to try to post again on Monday, so let me know what you guys want to see more of in my next video. And definitely subscribe. I know I said it before, but be sure to do that. It helps me out. And like the video, of course, if you like topics like this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video.